Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features one team who likes to get it done through the air. The Dolphins are #1 in total pass yards, going up against the Bills, who will have to be at their best to slow them down.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to rain-soaked Miami, Florida. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Takes this for 3 to the 29.
Not much happening there on first down.
Thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Now a play fake, and it's locked. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Luck. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
This is taken around the 12. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Bridgewater to throw it. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off, it's J.J. Wilcox. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Well, no, I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Bridgewater on first down. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Preston Smith. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. And nice yardage right off the bat here as he's up to about the 24-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Back to throw. Luck. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. He's going to air one out. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Got some real estate inside the 30. That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Fresh set of downs here. From the gun, Bridgewater. That is caught inside the 5. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there. In this game, so far, he's been denied.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. From back at the 3 now. This is third and goal. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you not got too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
And he better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. On 2nd and 10, Locke. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Able to push his way through, refusing to go down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They run the counter now on first down. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Luck now to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. A shotgun snap for Luck. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads. Took him right off his feet at the 47-yard line. Here's Brad Wing now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. And now out come the Bills. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. Not easy being a rookie left tackle in this league, and there they got him for the penalty.
Not easy at all. Think about what you're dealing with every game you play. Ostensibly, the best pass rusher is over you on every snap. I'd be a little jumpy myself.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. It'll be a gain of 11, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Bridgewater. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Allen on the punt as he gets this one away. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. And a great spot to start this drive from here. On first down, it's Luck. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown one interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing on 3rd down. Luck. And it's caught by Parker. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect. And this remains a 13-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the Bills getting set to go. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. Little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
First down throw for Bridgewater. Flush to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Bridgewater again. Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
After the interception, it's Luck. That one taken in by Carlos Henderson. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. Second down and just 1. From the gun, here's Luck. And his throw is incomplete. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there. And it's 3rd and short.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Here's Luck. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd down, here's Luck. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back right there around the 35-yard line. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Dolphins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Luck throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. On 1st and 10, Luck. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Second down now after the incompletion. Luck throwing again. And this is caught. It's Parker. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Luck on 3rd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off the squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Bridgewater now on 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. The Bills on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Get ready. Play 90. Play 90.
To throw, Bridgewater. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando, he's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Second down, Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. The Bills on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Let's go.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 23. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Dolphin football. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, Let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Play action. It's Luck. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. 23 yards on the play.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On first down, Luck. And that'll be incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Watch time, watch time. Tight end right, tight end right.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Dolphins on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Luck. And this is going to be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Let's go. One, 90. Black round, black round, black round. Here we go. Black round, black round.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Here we go.
They're going to look to throw. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Ryan Allen now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. He'll field this at the 5. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Shift together here from the D-line. Now a handoff looking right. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Luck on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Just 1 yard to go here on 2nd down. Off of play action. Luck. And over the middle, this is Parker. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Escaping the pressure right. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Come on, let's go. Ohio.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills cut into that lead. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a 1st down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, pick up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. Try the right side here. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. A shotgun snap for Luck. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. To throw now on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. A gain of 32 that time. Around the NFL, 3rd quarter at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. And the Falcons have added to their lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. throw here out of the gun. Buying time to his left. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They'll set up a throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 40, 30, 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Miami. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And this part of the game's been an adventure thus far, but this one is good. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Flushed out right. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here.
Black round! Black round!
Back to throw here. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Bills on 3rd down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic. 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
The Bills on 3rd down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic. 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. They'll set up to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alerted to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Well, apparently they weren't interested in playing the field position game. They opt to keep their offense out there. A big mistake in hindsight.
Yeah, that one backfired, and hindsight's always 20/20, but let's call it what it was. We would have first guessed that one and said, don't do it here. Bad situation. I think they need to be closer to midfield before I would start to think it was a good idea.
Yeah.
And once you start taking risks like that, you're going to have to keep taking them throughout the game, especially when they don't work.
Yeah, at this stage of the second half, interesting. And he's brought down. That good for 19 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They run with Perry, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Here's Luck. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. Now Perry, and running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. So on 4th down, Doug Marrone going to send out his field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is indeed good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. And here come the Bills. Come out throwing here to start the drive. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but For the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab it, and that'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
Here we go. Let's go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10.
Here we go.
He'll drop to throw. The left side completion to Jones. And he's brought down. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Around the NFL, 4th quarter right now in Atlanta. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys who's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Dolphins, it took a while, but they finally get that first win after 4 straight losses. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.